Today I'm going to show you one of the simplest scouting methods across platforms for Football Manager. You can use this in touch, console, PC and mobile. It's a really simple method, but I want to also highlight 5 Wonderkids that have picked up using this method, and it's just a tipping point. We're going to do a lot more scouting tips, really straightforward, but I just wanted to highlight these are my 5 tips for greatness in FM26. So without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? Give you the perfect example of what I'm talking about here. He's 6'3". He's 16 years old. He's played 3 times for Luxembourg. He is having his mum is probably still buying his underwear. It is Brian Maggio. Now, I've never heard of Brian Maggio, but he's played 4 times in League One already for FC Metz. He hasn't played this. It was this season, obviously. 6'3". Look at this guy's credentials. He is homegrown in Luxembourg. He's playing in France. He's English. Yes, you heard that right. He's an England under-17 national player. His first touch is glorious at 14, at 16 years old. His finishing composure is 12 apiece. Yeah. So his finishing and composure is 12 apiece. His leadership, his determination. His leadership is 12, so he could be a future captain. But his determination is 15. His aggression is 15. His anticipation and bravery are 12. Good work rate, good teamwork, and excellent jumping, reach and strength. At 16 years old, this is a prototype target forward to carry your side in most leagues in Europe. At 16 years old, this kid is phenomenal. And the magical thing is, he's got a twin brother, Bradley. And Bradley isn't quite there, but if you can't afford to get Brian in, you can get Bradley in. He's a twin. You could have the Maggio twins. Phenomenal. Now, he will be in most people's saves because he comes from France. That's a nice, easy one to say. But some of these obviously won't be because I got every single player loaded for this technique. So, that's Brian. Let's go introduce you to another one, is it? Now, this one is quite well known. If you've been watching a lot of the Under-20 World Cup, this is another example of someone big. He's actually in the Next Gen 50 for 2025 as well. So this just proves that this method does work. Now, if I find him. Now, his name is Gilberto Mora. He is a 16-year-old Mexican international. Let's just have a look and wonder how good he could be in 10 years' time. He's only 5'6". He's very small. But he follows a long line of Mexican Wonderkids, guaranteed. Your Carlos Villas, your Giovanni Dos Santoses. He is up there, even, Marco Fabian. He is up there, and Carlos Fierro. He is up there with potentially some of the best, and you are rubbing your hands with glee when you see he's only between 4.3 million and £7 million. He's quite expensive. But look at him. First touch 15, flair 16, technique 16, passing 14, vision 14, acceleration, he's not the fastest, he's 13 and 12, pace of 12, strength and jumping reach to be expected being a 5'6" pocket rocket. But he's brave, he's got good concentration, he's got excellent decision-making, excellent determination. He would walk into a Premier League team right now. Easily would be able to... If Wenger had seen him 10 years on, Wenger would be signing this type of player. He is a Rolls Royce. He is perfect. To get him at 4.3 to £7 million in the first season, you've done very well. An elite club will pick this kid up. Easy money. And you know what? He'll be 10 times worth that. No problem at all. And he's only 16. And that's Gilberto Mora from Tijuana. Right, so there you go. We got Maggio. We got Gilberto Mora. What else do you want? Well, let's give you an Ecuadorian Wonderkid, is it? So, fresh from the same club as Moises Caicedo and Kendry Payes, we've got another Ecuadorian Wonderkid. He has played 1 time for Ecuador. His name is Darwin Guagua. So good that they named him twice. Darwin Guagua. Now look at him. He is very much cut from the same mold as Payes. Dribbling 15, first touch 15, passing 15, technique 15, flawless technicals. Okay, he can't head the ball, but he's 5'9". Don't worry about that too much. He's got good aggression and anticipation. His decision making is excellent. His flair is decent. His off the ball is good. He's a winger who can sort of cross the ball, but his passing is much better. So he's a playmaking winger. He's perfect. He is 275,000 to 2.8 million pounds. He is a bargain, a certified bargain. His acceleration is 15 and his pace is 12. God damn it, he's superb. He's only played 6 games, but that's in the Copa Libertadores on here. You got to sign this boy. I don't know what else to tell you. He's 17 years old, and he is the next big thing coming out of Ecuador, and it's all on the same scouting method as we got for Ed Maggio and we got for Mora. 17 years old, you can't go wrong for 2 or 3 million. Brighton would be signing this lad. If he hasn't been signed by Brighton, by the end of next year, I'll be very bloody surprised. Either Brighton or Chelsea, one of them's going to sign him. Yeah, he's perfect for that type of model. You know, bring him in under the radar, develop him up, get him stronger, and he'll be a 30, 40 million pound player. He'd be perfect in places like Portugal, I bet. Holland would love him. Denmark. You know, developmental leagues, not the top tier leagues, but the leagues just below. He'd have a great career to start off, and he can make a lot of money on him. So that's 3 players now, and I'm thinking, you know what, you're not doing too bad here, are you? Well, let's show you someone that has actually been signed by Chelsea. So you can't buy him, but it's just, again, proving this method. And that is Dastan Satpayev. He's the best thing that's come from Kazakhstan since Borat. This kid is phenomenal. He's already been signed by Chelsea, so you can't buy him. But look at him. He's played 4 times for Kazakhstan at the age of 16. He is worth between 650 and 6.6 million pound as a range. So about 3 to 4, 5 million pound he would have been available for. He's got decent technique. He's got decent dribbling. He's a decent finisher. He's got good composure, a 14 each. He's got good concentration and very determined at 17. Outstanding even based on what they've been telling us recently. Flair 13, off the ball 12. Vision and work rate 12. Also very good, between 13 and 12. That's really good. Bear in mind, he is 16 years old. His acceleration is 15. Agility and balance is perfect for that type of channel forward and a winger. He's perfect. He is 5'9". He's a pocket rocket. He is going to be absolutely massive, I think, for Chelsea when he gets through this. What else is there to say? Dastan Satpayev is one to bear in mind that when he goes to Chelsea and maybe it doesn't quite work out, you should be knocking their door going, can we get him on loan? Can we sign him? Can we monitor this kid? Because at 16 years old, he's phenomenal again. And it's almost like a Kazakhstan version of, he's a Kazakh Yamal. he's that type of player. Perfect. That's number 4, and that's just proving this method once again. How about a Senegalese player? How about Generation Foot? How about someone on the next gen list who wasn't available in FM24 because he was too young? Thank God we got him in FM26. His name is Amara Diouf. Amara Diouf is the most exciting talent since Sadio Mane coming out to Senegal. He is phenomenal, and you can buy him for around £200,000, or there's the option to sign him on the approach to sign where you can get him even cheaper. Amara Diouf, 17 years old, played twice for Senegal, crossing and dribbling. Okay, look, we've looked at other players where he's not that great, but the value in him is superb, and he is also a 5'9" pocket rocket. But don't let that, don't let that put you off. This kid is going to be phenomenal. He has been trained in Africa, which when you get an African Wonderkid come through, they usually don't have that much training up, so they've got high potential, so they develop really quick, I find, when I've been playing Football Manager. So you can find them really poor. This kid's not poor, by the way, and develop them up from an African academy into a European academy, and they blossom. So always take a chance when you get a player from Generation Foot or ASEC Moses, because those players do often bloom when they go into a more rigorous training method in Europe, for whatever reason. And that's why I've always found I'll always take a chance on a player coming through these academies. So let's have a look at him. he hasn't got he's not the most blessed technically that we've seen. He's got good, decent crossing, decent dribbling, decent first touch, decent heading, decent passing, and decent technique. All around 11 to 13, which for a 17-year-old is more than acceptable. His aggression and anticipation is 12, which means he's a winger, but he is a little bit aggressive. He's a bit more determined. His determination cannot be any higher. It is 20. You cannot get a higher determination. That is elite. His flair is 16, so he's a lovely little trickster. He's got good teamwork and he's a decent vision around 13, 12. These are perfect. Perfect for a 17-year-old. There is nothing wrong with these attributes at all. They're just a little bit less than what we've seen, but he is an absolute bargain in comparison. If you compared him to Guagua, his name, Guagua, you can see he is very similar, and it's a little bit of weaknesses, but they're not massive weaknesses. He's not as fast, he's not as pacey, but he is a certified bargain for £240,000, or you can sign him up front on approach to sign. But let's go into some elite, which they definitely, but this method, I'm just going to show you this method. He has come from Ajax, and he was in Ghent, but he joined Ajax, and his name, and we all know him, Jofi Makoyo. He is a delight. Let's be honest. He can play at left back, centre back, defensive midfield, midfield centre. He is 17 years old and played one cap for Belgium already at 17 years old. His value is probably one of the highest that you'll get, of 23 to 38 million pounds. But this method is still the same way of doing it. So you may miss out your Jofi Makoyo, but you may also keep him in mind if you're an elite club. But look at this. He's got first touch 14, passing 13. He's not a great tackler, and he's not great in the air. He's more ball playing. He's a bit like a Daily Blind, isn't he? Where you can see his good technique, good passing. What's his mentals like? His mentals are 11, bravery 12, 12, 12. When you look at him, right, we know this kid is going to be special. He could be like a Gravenberch. He could be something that special, right? But he's not liked in the world on fight. But he's worth 23 to 38 million because he's coming from the Ajax Academy. It's the same type of method. His reputation, and believe me, he's going to be good, right? If you can get Jofi Makoyo in, I guarantee you, without even looking at anything else, he's going to be a banger because he is that highly rated in real life. This method would also pick up Lamine Yamal. This method would also pick up Franco Mastantuono, who's just joined Real Madrid, because he is also 17 years old. Joined from Argentina, played one cap for Argentina. So how did I create this method? It's incredibly simple. I'm just going to show you now. It's two things you need to do, and if you learn this, you'll learn it. You'll be perfect for the next 20 years of Football Manager. It's a really simple method. If you didn't know it already, let's go into it. Player database. Now we're going to set a search. It's a little bit buggy on the number of caps and stuff, but we'll sort that out. You're going to change this down to aged between 15 and 17 and one international cap. This will pick up all those players that have had one international cap before they were 17, or before they were 18 even. Once that happens, you then go up and you set another filter and you do the same for up to 20, because sometimes players develop a little later, and you keep doing that. And eventually with the new gens, what you'll find is as they repopulate in the game, you will find new gens popping up with one international cap for, say, South Africa, for example. And they've got a very low contract, they've got a very low transfer fee. You can pick them up for any club in Europe, and they would probably start for you as well if you do the right scouting. It's that simple. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Players are falling over themselves to get noticed at this level. Use the national teams to be a filter for identifying young talent. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but I damn near guarantee you'll enjoy finding them. If you've liked this, thanks for watching. Like and comment. Tell me the first one you ever found. Tell me what version of Football Manager you ever started doing this method. And let us know who your first find was. Who was your first love? Thanks for watching. Why not drop us a subscribe? Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.